Hello, and welcome to Mind and Money Show, where we talk all things mindset, money management, and our entrepreneurial journey. Along the way, we're going to throw in some amazing guests for good measure. I'm Shane Hyland.
I'm Gareth Shears. This show is going to change your life and teach you skills that school never taught you.
Boom.
Let's talk sudden wealth syndrome. Yes, you hear me right, sudden wealth syndrome. This is a real thing. Let me define it for you. So it's the distress that affects people who suddenly come into wealth. So that is your lottery winners, people who receive large inheritances, crypto gamblers as well. They could probably fall into that, and people selling their businesses and actually get a lump sum. You may be thinking, don't be daft. If I had a big windfall, I wouldn't feel overwhelmed. Well, let's put it like this. You suddenly have this huge change in fortune, and you have, say, let 3 million just hit your bank account. Prior to that, things might have been a bit tough. You lived a life where you never saved. Every paycheck got spent at the end of each month, and you actually couldn't afford any of those luxuries. Now you have all this money and maybe not a worry in the world. But then these things start creeping in. You feel uncomfortably different from your friends. You're afraid to tell them how you feel about your new status. Being wealthy makes you more guilty about pleasures. Instead of feeling powerful and decisive, you feel paralyzed and able to decide how you actually spend your money. You can't stand the envy of friends and acquaintances, and you find yourself becoming more isolated. You feel like you don't quite deserve the money, and you can't believe it's really yours. You suffer from what they call ticker shock and become obsessed with watching the stock market. And that's a big problem. You're afraid that you'll lose your money and your good fortune will simply just vanish overnight. Now, one we have experience of is business owners when they sell. And this is actually going to be a whole other video on this. Now, let's look at the bright side. Here are 5 ways to avoid sudden wealth syndrome. Okay, number 1, don't spend it straight away. It's all new to you and it's tempting to go and buy that shiny new car or throw the towel in on a job. Don't do any of that just yet. Take some time to absorb what has just happened and think before you spend. Surround yourself with the right people. It's all too easy to just take advice from that guy down the pub. Assemble a team of trusted professionals who have the best interests ahead of their own and can add significant value. Consider consulting or hiring of financial, tax and legal professionals. Number 3, don't let your bank control what you do. As soon as that money hits the bank, your now very friendly bank manager, who had no interest in you before, will be on the phone, inviting you in to discuss this lovely windfall and how they can invest it for you. They will roll out the red carpet. Now, they have no interest in what's best for you. All they want is a nice pat on the back from head office for investing your money in an expensive, poor-performing bank-managed investment portfolio. Now, trust me, this will happen, and we have seen it. They are like vultures. Number 4, create a financial plan. Find yourself a financial advisor or financial planner who won't just talk about your money. You need someone who will talk about your long-term goals, needs, and real aspirations. If they immediately start talking about the best return that they can get, or that offshore bonds are the best structure for you without asking you what really matters, you need to run a mile. Don't get me wrong, investing the money correctly is important, but no one should be talking to you about that until they've really established what is important to you and what really makes you tick. Number 5, try and stay discreet. This may seem a strange one, but you'll be surprised what happens when you win money. The people who come out of the woodwork who think you owe them. People will turn up offering you the next best investment idea or the business venture. Now, it may seem tempting, but don't do it. If you do want to, you need to consult your professional team. New wealth can be good, but you need to do the right things to make sure it lasts for as long as possible. So, in a nutshell, that's sudden wealth syndrome. A real thing.
Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this episode, then please subscribe and remember to follow us on social media for more content like this.